Happy Wednesday. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Pat Cavlin here with just an update on the downpours that we're seeing moving across the city again. Live look here from the Gulf Freeway. We're looking to the north and west, and there's the skyline. You can barely make it out in that shot. You can see the roads are wet as well. Traffic's moving fine on 45 at the moment, but I mean, it's the middle of the day, so it's typically pretty quiet. We'll see what things look like as we get into the afternoon hours. All right, let's switch over to radar. And you can see quite a bit of rain coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Yet again, a very similar setup to what we had yesterday. We call these training thunderstorms, basically storms that keep developing over the same area. And that is what can lead to a flooding threat and a very localized flooding threat as well. First, we'll start in the city. Quick downpour lifting through the area. It's actually starting to weaken a little bit. No thunder or lightning with this. It's pretty much right over downtown, getting into the Heights and Montrose. Once you get out of the loop, though, things start to lighten up quite a bit. Farther to the south, out towards Alvin, you had a couple showers earlier. You're catching a break in downtown at the moment, but going up Highway 6 towards Manville, a couple light showers. This is really where it's been the heaviest, though, this morning from Brazosport up towards Liverpool, so including the Lake Jackson area, down towards Freeport, and again up towards Liverpool. Just a persistence of heavy rain. Couple lightning strikes in there as well. Nothing severe, but this is what we're talking about in terms of training thunderstorms. In the last hour, this thing really just has not moved. So it's just heavy rain over the same area for a prolonged period of time. We had this in Angleton yesterday where they got 6 to 8 inches of rain in several hours. We could see that again today. So another repeat. And with the ground being more saturated in this area from yesterday's rain, it would not be surprising to see flooding a little more of a possibility than what we had yesterday. All right, going farther north, now north of town into Montgomery County here from Spring to the Woodlands. Woodlands, you're not too bad right now, but really just in between the Woodlands and Roman Forest here between 45 and the East Tex Freeway is where we're seeing some pretty heavy rainfall, some big thunderstorms out there. Again, nothing severe. Farther north than that, becomes a little more isolated in nature here as you get into Grimes County north of Navasota, and as you get up towards the Huntsville area, showers falling apart up there. Some big thunderstorms, though, were happening up there earlier, and we actually had a bullseye of rain totals there. You can see just to the south of Huntsville. Look at these numbers: 4.5 inches of rain up towards New Waverly. Just to the west of Willis, 2.5 inches of rain. Getting there up towards Lake Conroe, and then nearly an inch of rain just to the southeast of Huntsville. So again, very isolated totals, but really impressive totals where we did have heavier rain sitting over one area for an extended period of time. Just to the north of Bush there, along the Grand Parkway, 1.5 inches of rain just outside of Spring. Same out towards Tomball, 1.5 inches. Look at that, though. Going up 90 just to the east of Barrett, almost 3 inches of rain. Again, very localized pockets. And then farther south into the city, pretty decent totals here the last 12 hours, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain. Obviously, this is not what's going to cause any flooding concerns, but much needed rainfall. This is the kind of rain that we need. Little bits day by day. You don't need 12 inches to happen all at once, because that's when flooding becomes a concern. When you get these bursts of 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain every few hours, it gradually saturates the ground and allows the ground to absorb the rain. So flooding's not a concern, and it actually goes to benefiting the drought conditions. On the south side of town here around Hobby and out towards Brookside Village, 1 to 2 inches of rain. Going out towards Manville, more of the same. Again, about a 7/10 of an inch of rain. But this is where things have really started to pile up here in the last few hours. These are 12-hour rain totals, but I guarantee this has probably only fallen in about 3 to 6 hours. And this is where I showed you that training area, that training thunderstorm, that storm that's just sitting over one area here between the Freeport area going up towards Liverpool. Look at these totals here: 3, 4, 5 inches of rain. So this is where street ponding, where some localized pockets of flooding could become a concern if it continues for several more hours. Flood advisory has been issued for that area just because of the persistence of that rainfall. And again, you can see it there just coming in off the Gulf of Mexico in this very narrow band here. In fact, when we measure it out, that band is not really impressive in terms of size. We're only talking about probably 15 miles across. So that's it. One little narrow band. If you're outside of it, you actually got sunshine in parts of western Brazoria County, but man, underneath that band of rain, it is just relentless rainfall. So that's the main concern here as we go into the afternoon. Here's a snapshot of future track. As we put it into motion, you can see downpours possible anywhere in this corridor as we go through the course of the afternoon. So from Brazoria County into the city, it may make it farther north into Montgomery County. We'll see. I think it'll be a situation very similar to yesterday where you get a couple downpours, couple storms, but that's pretty much it. The core of the activity, I think, from the city and points south. We catch a break tonight, and then the real show starts tomorrow. Notice timing here. Timing's in the upper right-hand side of the screen. So just after midnight, couple spotty showers, couple downpours possible. Then it's sunrise, 6:30, 7, 7:30. Big time rain starts to come into the area. First in our northern areas, then into the city by 7 a.m. at the probably I would say 7 a.m. is a good start time, I think, for the city. So morning commute tomorrow looks really treacherous. We could be seeing ponding on the roadways. We could see localized street flooding. I mean, it's just going to be a mess. It's going to probably take about twice as long to get to work from the northern suburbs. Just keep that in mind if you are an early riser. You're going to have to work that time into the commute tomorrow, and this will be with us for the entire morning. So by mid-morning, heavy rain now starts to push towards the coast. We still have it hanging on, though, through the city and along I-10. Northern areas, I think, start to shut off around 10 a.m., and then by lunchtime, it's gone. So it's a pretty fast-moving front. We could see clearing skies as early as tomorrow evening. Temperatures will drop a little bit. It's more of a humidity drop before a secondary or reinforcing shot of cooler air comes in Friday night. That's what will really drop the temperatures as we get into the weekend. Meteorologist Tim Pandagis coming up on the KHOU 11 News at noon. He's going to have more details on the radar, on Future Track, and on that big cool down for the weekend. And we will keep you updated here with any flooding threats as we go through the rest of the day.